Okay. Hello, Professor Malkin. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So today I will be interviewing you on health coaching. I want to get to know a little bit more about that field and see how your process went to becoming a health coach.
Okay.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about what health coach is? Because I don't really understand the concept of it. And I believe not a lot of people know the difference between health coach and nutritionist. So maybe you can explain that to me a little.
Yeah, the big difference between being a health coach and a nutritionist or a dietitian is that I take more of a holistic approach to health, as opposed to just saying eat this, don't eat that, and looking at maybe if you want to lose weight, eat these things, this is what your diet should be, and these are the things you should avoid. Or let's say you have high cholesterol or heart issues, telling people eat this, don't eat that. What I do is I look at what's going on in the person's life as well, and so it's more of a health and life coach where I work with them on their specific needs. So it's not just maybe high cholesterol that's an issue. I work with them on, okay, what else is going on? What's maybe causing them to eat a certain way that's causing the high cholesterol, or what is their lifestyle that dictates the way they're eating, so that I can put together a plan for them that's more specific to their needs than just a list of things to eat or not eat. And we work on fixing what's at the root of the problem as opposed to just the food issues of it. So I get down in the depth of what's going on in their life, what may be causing the issue, as opposed to just looking at what you're eating and making changes there.
Okay, great. How did you become a health coach?
Well, I personally had a lot of health issues when I was younger, and I was on all kinds of medications, and then they put me on medications to offset those medications, and I felt like, I'm 19 years old, I'm too young to be having all these health problems. And my boyfriend at the time, his mom had gone to school for nutrition, and she was very big into health, and so she suggested I start eating organic and start reading some books. And for a while I thought she was crazy and I used to tell her, you're crazy, this doesn't work, the doctors know what they're talking about. So then I did start reading up on it and started doing some self-learning, and through diet and some lifestyle changes I was able to completely get off all the medications and be healthy. And so I thought, wow, this is really amazing. And a lot of friends and family members started asking me about it, and I was helping them for 8-9 years, and I said, you know, maybe I should just go back to school for this. I love doing it, and since I'm helping all these people, I should get paid for doing it. And so that's how I went about it, and went back to school, got my health coach certification, and started my own business.
And how long did it take you to get the certification to become a health coach?
A year.
A year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's really good. And do you really enjoy being a health coach?
Yes, it's really fulfilling. I like helping people. I like, you know, one of my clients told me a couple weeks ago, I'm feeling so much happier and healthier, and I've lost a couple pounds, and I just feel good about myself. So that kind of stuff makes me feel really good working with people. It's really rewarding to know that you're helping somebody else.
Okay, and what are some goals you set for yourself that are different between the goals you set for your clients or that they set for themselves? Like, how do they vary?
Well, I try to practice what I preach. And so I never try to have my clients do something that I would go back and not do myself. Really the big difference is it's different for every single person, just like it's different for me. So I focus on something called bio-individuality and looking at the particular person, again, what's their lifestyle, what kind of things are going on in their lives that may be triggering, it may be emotional, it may be work related. So what's causing certain things to happen? A lot of times people come to me and they want to lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds, but at the end of the day it has nothing to do with weight loss, and we end up working on fixing emotional issues that are going on, which then fixes the food stuff on its own. And so it's never the same for any one person. So I wouldn't tell someone to do something exactly like I'm doing, and I wouldn't tell you to do something exactly the same as I would tell somebody else, because I take the time to really get to know you and what's going on in your life and what your needs are, and make the recommendations based on that.
Okay, great. And can you describe what is a typical day of work for you, like when you are in like your work environment being a health coach?
Yeah, I actually work out of my house. And so when I go see clients, I generally go to them, and we'll either meet in a public place, sometimes we meet in their office. There's a gym that I work out of, exercise fitness gym, and so I'll meet with people in there. There's an office in there that I use. And so days just vary. Some days I don't have any clients, some days I'm stacked up with clients and running from meetings to meeting. And the days that I'm not with clients, I'm doing research and trying to find out more information so that I can expand my knowledge and help my clients even more so. And then also I use time for writing my book that I've been working on. So I have set aside certain days where I won't see clients at all, and my focus is strictly right.
Okay. And can you tell me what kind of people do you normally work with? Because you mentioned that not all of the people that you work with want to lose weight. You help with emotional problems as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what kind of people do you see yourself working more with? Is it like varies, or is it more of like people who want to lose weight versus emotional?
Most people come to me with the weight loss thing. I've only had one person come to me saying, I need help with anxiety and emotional issues straight out from the beginning. Everybody else has started with weight loss. And it's been all women to this point. So these women are more proactive in their health. I do have one guy that I've been talking to, but it's been mostly women at this point in time.
Okay. And do you work for yourself, or are there companies that contract health coaches as well?
Mm-hmm. Right now I work for myself. I own my own business, and I just kind of make my own schedule, determine which clients I'm going to take, which ones I'm not going to take, because not everybody's a right fit. I've had people come to me and say, I want to work with you, just tell me what to eat. And I say, it doesn't work that way. And that's when we find out if we're right for each other, because I'm not going to just slap a diet in front of people and say, this is what you do, have a nice day. But there are companies out there that hire health coaches and work with them. I actually, when I left the hospital before going out on my own, I talked to their integrative medicine department about starting a health coaching program there. And it's still on the table, but I'm not certain that that's where I want to be right now, because there's a lot more administrative stuff associated with it. But there are companies that hire health coaches and use them for preventative type of measures for their employees.
Okay. What in your experience motivates your best, most successful performance?
My biggest motivator is seeing change in my clients. So when I come in I see my clients every 2 weeks, and we generally go for a 6-month period, but I do have clients that want to keep me beyond 6 months. My biggest motivator is coming in the door and hearing things like, I told you before that I'm feeling so much better, or I'm so much happier now, or look at me, I've lost all this weight. I did a 21-day challenge recently. There was a free challenge that I put out for people to join on Facebook. 71 people joined it, and it was just so motivating. Even though it wasn't direct clients, I was just providing health tips and information throughout the 21 days to hear people go, I got into my final belt loop, I'm wearing my skinny jeans, or I just feel so much healthier, I'm making better food decisions. Before I was making excuses for not being able to work out every day, now I'm getting exercise and I have so much more energy. One guy said, I lost 10 pounds in 15 days, and so that's what motivates me, knowing that I'm helping people to have a healthier, happier life.
So would you say your job is very rewarding?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. In your job, do you feel like you motivating your clients helps your clients push further and continue working to better their lives?
Yeah, and the biggest thing is that I provide a sense of accountability for my clients. So instead of trying to do it on their own, where a lot of them are really educated and they do know because they've tried a lot of different things, but then there's a lot that they don't know. So I provide them the education piece, but at the same time, more than anything, it's accountability, because they know they're going to see me every 2 weeks. And so at the end of our meetings, we discuss, this is what you're going to do between now and the next time I see you, and I'm going to check in with you on these 3 things. And when I come back and I see them, they know that they have to have those things done. So there's someone holding them accountable for doing those things. So it does help in that aspect to push them to do more than they would do on their own.
Interesting. So now let me ask you a little bit about the weight loss process. Do you like weigh them in or stuff like that? Ask them like what are they eating? Are they consuming organic more than fried food and stuff like that?
It depends on each person, but there's two things I tell every client in the beginning that comes to me for weight loss. First, I ask them why they want to lose weight and why they have a specific number in their mind of where they want to be on the scale. Because in all honesty, it's not about weight at the end of the day. And then the two things I tell them is stop counting calories and stop weighing yourself, because those are detrimental to the weight loss process. And it's not about the number of calories you put in your body, it's about the quality of the calories you put in your body. So you could eat 1,800 calories of this or 1,800 calories of this, and then work out and burn 600 calories, but the person who's eating the right calories will lose weight and this person won't. This person may actually gain weight. So I tell them it's not about calorie counting, it's not about weighing yourself. At the end of the day, it's about the process and getting where you want to be. So I have people take before pictures and then take a picture about 3 months later and then one at 6 months. We measure them around their arms, their legs, their waist. Some people still do like to get on the scale. I tell them if you're going to do that, get on no more than every 2 weeks. So there's a number of benchmarks we'll use as opposed to just weight.
Oh, nice. Another question I have for you before we get to the last question. You work at a gym with your clients, you said, right? Do you also give them like workout plans that they have to do? Like one day do cardio, the other day do something for their legs and stuff like that?
Yes. I'm also a certified group fitness trainer. So I teach like boot camp type classes and interval training, things like that. And I have a Zumba license too that I don't really do as much. And I'm working on getting my personal training certification. That way I can offer my clients everything, the full package that they need. So yes, I do provide workouts to my clients. I'm meeting with one tomorrow that I'm going to give her a set of workouts. She works out with a personal trainer and she does a lot of running and exercise on her own, but she's kind of hit a wall. And so I've recommended metabolic style workouts for her, which are short, really intense exercises that trick your metabolism so that you continue to burn fat and calories for up to 16 hours, maybe 19 for a woman after the workout. So you may look at, well, I only burned 300 calories doing this, and if I go for a run, I'm going to burn 500. Well, when you finish that run, your calories are going to stop burning. Whereas if you trick your metabolism and have to force it into this heavy recovery period, you're going to continue burning calories and fat afterwards. So yes, I'll work with them to understand how all of those processes work in the body and then give them workouts to target their specific areas and things like that.
Oh, okay, that sounds great. Was there ever a time in your life where you thought that being a health coach just wasn't for you, that you didn't want to be that anymore, or did you always know that that's what you wanted to do?
I always knew that I wanted to help people and teach people, which is part of the reason when I left my full-time job at the hospital too, I started applying for teaching jobs because I always wanted to teach. I didn't know health coach was a career option when I was younger, so I didn't know that that's always what I wanted to do, but I did know I wanted to help people in some way. So I always knew that part of it.
Oh, nice. That sounds really great and really interesting. I never really thought about like health coach being like helping you lose weight and helping you have a better sense of who you are and like helping with emotions. I always thought, like I said to you at the beginning, it was more like a nutritionist. But I mean, this really helps me understand and see the difference between what a real nutritionist, dietitian is versus a health coach. And I really appreciate the fact that you gave me your time to let me learn a little bit more about what you do. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you.